Hey everybody, today I want to show you how to use our new medieval props asset in Blender. Now this asset comes in FBX and USD format as well, but if you're using the Blender version, this fence has some really interesting properties. If you go into edit mode, you can see that it's based on a curve and you can actually move the curve points around and the fence will update in real time. But that's not all. If you go back to object mode and click on the fence, you can hop over here to the geometry node editor and you can see there's actually a really complex setup here driving this whole effect. But luckily, if you don't know anything about geometry nodes, you don't have to look at this window at all, because you can come over here to the modifiers tab on the right. It's this little blue wrench, and you can open this up and you can see that there are a bunch of controls exposed for you. So for example, we can increase and decrease the number of posts. That's the vertical ones right here. We can also increase and decrease the number of horizontal beams and the number of pickets. So if I turn that down to 0, now we have a totally different type of fence here, which is really cool. Now we also have some controls for each of those parts. So for the posts, we can increase the size of them or the height of them to make the whole fence taller. We can also change the random rotation so that the whole fence will lean. We can do similar things for the horizontal beams. So I can increase the size this way, make it kind of like a shelf, or I can increase the size this way to make boards. We can scoot them up and down, do some random rotation shenanigans, and then the same thing for all these little vertical ones. So I can increase the mask modifier to randomly remove them. I can cut them off at the bottom or at the top. I can also do some random rotation shenanigans on all 3 axes, play around with the size to make boards, and just all kinds of cool stuff. So if you're working on a medieval scene, or honestly even a Wild West scene, because I think this stuff will work for that too, then check out our new medieval props asset up on RenderCrate to create custom fences and set dress your scenes with benches, barrels, buckets, stools, lumber piles, wagons, and so on. All right, later, creators.